As we head into the summer months, we know everyone gets busy, especially families and mothers whose kids are off for summer break, and that, of course, can be overwhelming sometimes. So that's why setting boundaries is so important, and our health and wellness contributor, Erica Ballard, is here to talk with us about that. So, Erica, when moms have a lot on their plate this summer and feel overwhelmed, where should they even start?
So the first place to start is to actually think about what you want your summer to look like. And the reason I say this is because so many women just do things until they can't anymore, and then they get resentful about doing things that they would typically enjoy. To avoid that fate this summer, what we want to do is spend 5 to 10 minutes and really think through what we want summer to look like and what we don't want summer to look like, and then say yes and no to events based on that inner knowing.
Absolutely, and that kind of leads me to my next question. Many of us aren't very good at saying no, so why is it important to be able to do that?
Oh, this is a big one. And this is a big one because you're right. Most of us, we like to over-explain our no. But when we do that, that gives people ample opportunity to push back on our boundaries. And not because they're bad people, but because they're genuinely trying to solve our problems for us. So instead of doing that, we want to just set our boundary and keep it rolling. And for anyone wondering, what does this sound like? It can sound like, thank you so much, but I'm unavailable, or that sounds really fun, but I can't.
Absolutely, and you kind of mentioned the over-explaining. Why is that habit important to shake?
The reason that that is so important to shake is because, again, when we give people all of these reasons why we can't do something, they push back, which makes setting boundaries even harder because they continue to give us reasons why we should be doing it, which means we start to feel bad about not doing it, and then we say yes, and then eventually all of this starts to get really overwhelming.
Absolutely, I know that all too well. And how do we go about setting boundaries? What does that look like?
So the most important thing you can do is embody a person who sets boundaries, because this is the quickest way to actually set and keep a boundary. Now, what this looks like in practice, it looks like determining what a person with boundaries would do, not only at the time of boundary setting, but also throughout their day and week. And then we want to start doing those things regularly. And the reason that this works is because when it comes time to say yes or no to something, we're already in boundary setting mode because we're doing things, i.e. embodying someone with boundaries.
Absolutely. Is there anything we haven't talked about that you want people to know about? I know sometimes there's kind of a stigma around setting boundaries. Anything else that people should think about?
The only thing that I would add is that it is okay to say no to someone or something, to say yes to yourself. Because the old saying is true, you cannot pour from an empty cup. And so it's really important that you fill yours up by saying yes to yourself so that you can give to the people that you want this summer.
Absolutely, it's so important. Well, thank you so much, Erica. We really appreciate it.